Okay, I couldn't find the intro for this video, so this is a pre-recording of my voice of a pre-recording of. I'm basically just recording this because I couldn't find the intro. I'm making a playlist soon on my channel called CUPHEAD content. Be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys for 204 views on the last video, or not last. You know the full CUPHEAD ranking. And don't need to say anything else, I think. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Okay, in our number 10th spot, we have Cagney Carnation. Cagney Carnation is by far the most known Cuphead boss, and I don't know why he's not really that difficult, but he is fun to fight. First of all, he's a giant flower, which is cool. He shoots these, seed things at you, I guess they are, that you have to dodge. His first phase, well, I explained him in a previous video, the previous video, but he is a fun boss to fight. I enjoyed fighting him when I first got the game. He's in the first aisle. And yeah, there's not much to say about this phase, or these phases. You know what he does. He's Cagney Carnation. He's infamous. Oh, right. Forgot. I have that super on. Well, that super is absolutely useless. But his third phase, I especially like. It combines difficulty, like, because you can't dash like that, and also fun, because you have to jump over these things while his vines are coming up to get you. The annoying part about this is, like what just happened up there at the top of the screen, there could be a flying pumpkin thing, but other than that, this phase also isn't too hard. I just fell off the edge. But I like this phase a lot. I like this boss a lot. It's a cool boss. It's a cool idea, and I hope you can agree. You're probably not gonna believe this, but my in the ninth spot is Dr. Call's robot. As hard as Dr. Call's robot is, I think he's actually a pretty fun boss. I know I ranked him the hardest boss in a previous video, and I said it's not even fun. Well, that's when you're trying to beat on expert. Once you beat the game twice or less, like me, because I beat the game twice, it's actually a fun boss. The design is really cool if you think about it. It's like a robot, you have to shoot each separate part. It's a really cool design. I think it's a really cool boss fight. I know it's really extremely hard, but that's just like, once you get used to it and once you get good at the game, he still is definitely the hardest boss by far, but he's fun to play. It's not like your first attempt when you're struggling to beat him or something. I know lots of you aren't going to agree with this, and that's okay, but I just find him to be, even though he's really hard, a really fun boss. I really like fighting fun bosses like this because they have cool designs. Like, think about it. You're fighting a robot in a junkyard in literally beside a movie theater. A giant robot that has the power to obliterate you in just a few seconds. Now, I will admit the bombs on this phase are annoying, but you can just kind of maneuver around them. And then I also will admit his third phase can be really hard and really annoying. But again, I like it. It's fun. Because you have to avoid all the patterns, or not, they're not even in patterns. That's how weird it is and wild. And then you can sneak your bomb in there when he's not firing gems at you, because this game is complete madness. But I know lots of you don't agree with me on this one, and that's okay. If I was a viewer who was just starting the game, or not starting the game, but just entered this aisle and was really struggling on this fight, I would agree. But once you get the hang of it, I actually find it to be a fun boss. I hope you can agree with that, and yeah, he's number 9 on our list because he's fun. Next on the list is Captain Brineybeard. I like Captain Brineybeard for multiple reasons. His fight is so fun, there's so much coming at you in the later phases. His final phase is exquisitely good. I mean, the ship literally gets angry, but you'll see when I get to his final phase. This eel is pretty easy to dodge. When the barrel is angry like that, if you walk under him, he'll get mad. He whistles like that and he'll summon a few different friends from the ocean, but generally that's also not too hard to dodge. So this fight is like one of those fights where it's not hard, but it's still like really fun, because sometimes hard fights can be fun, and then sometimes they can be not fun, and then sometimes easy fights can be boring because they're so easy, but then other times like this, they can be a really fun fight that I think lots of people don't enjoy, but I do personally. I like this fight for a bunch of reasons, like I've already said, but we're about to go on to his final phase pretty soon. I just know it, because his cannon or ship stopped shooting for a few seconds, and we're going on to the final phase. The ship gets mad and throws the captain off the ship, and the ship's uvula shoots out weird fireball things that will go at you. It's not too hard to dodge, just when he gets angry like that, just remember to dunk, because they're about to shoot a kamehameha at you. I like the uvula thing, but normally this fight is pretty hard, or pretty easy. Next on my list is the Howling Aces and Dogfight. You'll see why I really like this boss. The final phase is beyond cool. It's cooler than the parry mechanic with the cart thing. It's a pretty good boss also in general. Without the final phase, even it would probably still be on this list, because you're in the sky. It's kind of like Grim Matchstick, but cooler. You're in the sky on a plane, but not actually in a plane level. It introduces a kind of cool, or not kind of, it introduces a really cool mechanic. Why do I have 7 HP? Okay, okay, what the? It really introduces a cool kind of factor into the, or cool kind of mechanic into the game. I wish they would use this more, but it hasn't been used other than this one fight. But the final phase, which is where we are right now, is insane. So it looks like a normal final phase, right? Not too difficult so far. They just shoot lasers at you. You get turned the other way. Heck, my controls are inverted, and you have to play like this. You literally, there's no skip for this phase. You have to play like this. And then you're upside down with the laser shooting at you. Ow. Woo. Ow. Again. Now I'm down to 3 HP, and I had 7. You can see why this fight is hard, but it sounds like a really fun fight, doesn't it? Well, that's because it is. Ooh. These lasers are fun to avoid. And then you beat the fight. Really fun, and now we're on to final 2. Here we are with another fight that lots of people consider hard. Grim Matchstick is a pretty good fight in my opinion. Lots of people think he's really hard, but if you have lobber and you're good at platforming, it's not actually too hard. I'm gonna make a guide later on. Also, be aware, soon I'm making a playlist of CUPHEAD content, so if you want to see more content like this, well then, just check out my channel. Make sure to subscribe. I know we're in the middle of a fight and I'm advertising my channel. Okay, back to the fight. I like Grim Matchstick because he's a fun fight and he has a really cool design. I mean, you're fighting in the sky, but it's not an airplane level. Kind of like dog-on-dog fight in the Howling Aces. If you have trouble with this phase, remember to focus on the fireballs, because they can be really easy to dodge if you look at their visuals. They will show you which direction they're gonna hop in, and whichever one they are in, just hop the opposite way. And then you should beat this fight, or this phase. And then the final phase, it can be madness, but it can be just pure fun. I like the final phase for a bunch of reasons. Maybe later I'll get into a video about Grim Matchstick and his fight, because it is a really good fight in my opinion. I'll do a tutorial and everything on how to beat him if you're having trouble. I like Grim Matchstick a lot, just for how unique his fight is. Next on our list is Cala Maria. Cala Maria is one of my favorite bosses for lots of reasons. The first one is because of how hard and not hard it is. It's a hard fight, but it's a fun fight. It's like one of those, it's hard to explain, but she has multiple attacks in her first phase, like this pufferfish one, which you are seeing, the red fish, which can be really hard and annoying to dodge, especially with the puffer fish. And then what else are you gonna do? She has this turtle one. Also, don't waste time trying to shoot her body, because only her face takes damage. So just keep that in mind if you're wondering why you're getting nowhere in the fight, or almost nowhere. Just realize, or just remember to shoot her head and you should be good. Going around, I don't really find the seahorse and the eel tricky, but maybe it's tricky for you, I don't know. I don't know why I said eel either. The pufferfish and the ghost can be a hard combination, but if you know how mini planes work, don't fret it, because you're probably gonna pass. Her next phase, she summons, one of the reasons I like this fight is because of her second phase. Her second phase, she basically becomes Medusa and tries to shoot a green ray at you, like so. But if you get hit, you get turned to stone, and then these eels will come up and shoot these pellets at you, which sometimes can be impossible to dodge. So just keep that in mind. If she freezes you, just press every button you have ever seen, and then try moving. It should normally get you through. And then you're on to the final phase. I don't know. The final phase, I was thinking on it for a long time, and I decided it's not the best in the world, but the developers still did an absolutely great job on this fight. They did an absolutely great job on most of the fights, but I like this one in particular. It's fun. That was so close to hitting me. I was literally about to scream. But hopefully you enjoyed this fight like I do. Number 4 on my list is Phantom Express. I'm kind of running low on bosses that I really like. I'm saving the 2 best on, or for at least for my opinion, for the final phase. So hopefully you get to see that. But I decided, when I thought of Phantom Express, I'm like, you know what? Sure, why not? It's a really fun boss. It adds an entirely new mechanic into the game, which is this weird cart thing. Sadly, it never gets used again, though. But it's just fun. I like having to fight this boss. Oh my god, the stupid skeleton is annoying. Especially with the pumpkins. The only annoying part about this fight is the pumpkins. But I like the boss. My favorite phase is the one that's in the end, the trains. The trains are so good, in my opinion. Or the train fight. It's just the stupid pumpkin needs to get out of the way. It's annoying. The pumpkins are the only setback for this fight, or at least on my opinion. For the third phase, which is generally my least favorite phase of this fight, you go back here and you just shoot this guy. It shouldn't take too long before he's dead. And then avoid the stupid ghosts. The ghosts are like the worst part of this phase. If you need to, go back to the other side. Don't be afraid. If you have crack shot, that will really help. Crack shot is a good weapon for most of the time, because it basically chaser but stronger. Then go this side. Don't get hit by anything. Don't get hit by the ghost. Just keep jumping, and you'll be on to the final phase. Now, the final phase is a combination of different funs. It's fun and hard. As you saw, the train is now angry and is now galloping towards me. Bad train. Bad. But I like this phase because of how unique it is, how much stuff comes at you. This fight really introduces or it doesn't introduce, but it really takes the parrying mechanic abilities to the next level. I mean, you literally have to parry for this fight, or else you're not going to win. But I love this fight, and I hope you do too. Next up on our list is the Devil. The Devil's at our number 8 spot because I really like how fun he is and how well designed the boss is. The first phase has so many different attacks, like he can become a spider, which you're now just seeing, which is pretty hard to dodge, but it's like, meh. I like when he becomes, or I don't like when he becomes a spider in general, because I don't really like that one, but he can become a lot of things. He can become a goat, which I just got hit by. That was stupid. Got hit by the goat. Sometimes he'll become a serpent, which if you don't know what a serpent is, I'm pretty sure it's like a type of snake. Or it is a snake, like that. See? He's now a serpent. And then you have to shoot him while you're at the other side of the screen. And then this, you just jump and fight until he jumps out of his body and as a skeleton. You might be wondering, what are we gonna fight now? Oh, nothing, just a ginormous face of the devil. I like this phase for a bunch of reasons, but one of the main ones is because of how simple it is. This phase only has 3 different attacks, I guess you could say. The casino chip, his axe that comes out of his eye, which is just happening now, and the bomb that comes out of his ear. I know, it's a really simple phase. Not much happens in it, but I really like it. It's a fun phase to fight. Wow, that was the worst hit ever. Okay. These guys come from the side of the screen, but if you have roundabout, they're actually pretty easy to get rid of. The only downside for me on this fight are these on this phase are these bird things. They're so annoying to deal with. Can you not just they're annoying. Just know that they're annoying. So that's the only really bad part of this fight. But the fact how good the fight actually is itself makes up for it, big time. You can just jump and shoot at them. I know I say they're annoying and stuff, or I'm currently saying that's what they are, they're so annoying and stuff, but you can just jump and shoot at them like that. The final phase, if you have Miss Chalice, you can just do this. Easy. Next on my list is Werner Woman. I love this fight. That's all I'm saying. This fight is so good. The sound, the music is so cool. I love the trumpets. I love everything about this fight. It's underrated. It's cool. You see the final enemy poking through on the first phase. He gets angry at you in the second phase. All the phases are good. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. All the phases are amazing. The game developers did a spectacular job on this fight. I just love it. I can't get over it. I like this phase. He gets angry and now he's shooting stuff at you like this. If you use your if you're Miss Chalice, you can actually use that super, which is pretty effective. You can jump up. It's a pretty easy phase, but also so unsimple and so fun. He gets angry, and then the enemy from the first phase pokes in and eats him. Now you're fighting a literal cat. If you go this side, you can probably avoid the paw, and then you can just dash through these. He'll shoot out these dead rat ghosts, which I find weird. Maybe I should do a Cuphead lore video. If you guys want that, make sure to comment, make sure to like. Another advertising for my channel, but I really love this fight. I think they did an excellent job. Everything about this fight is like so good. It's just amazing. Developers, if any of you developers are watching this, thank you for this fight. This is what brought back. This is what gave me love in Cuphead. I love this game now, and I love this fight, and I never won't. It's a cool fight. Cool boss, cool everything. You're fighting a rat from a World War or something. But then in this final phase, you reveal he's a robot thing. Whatever. Next on our list, or should I say final on our list, is Ester Winchester. Ester Winchester is my favorite boss for multiple reasons. I just love fighting this boss. It's such a cool boss. I've honestly been struggling so much just trying to beat it. But, honestly, I'm not getting anywhere. I've beaten this boss before, obviously, because I've beaten the DLC and the game. Only DLC once, but game twice. And, it's hard. I'll say that. Beating it on Expert is like beating the game for the first time. The actual game. But, hopefully you can get the hang of it, and then you'll be on to the next phase where she pulls out a vacuum and sucks up all the money and all the cash and all that. Because this is Western style and stuff. And then you can become a bomb, hopefully, at this point. If you... Well, you probably can. I don't think it's a hopefully. Oh, of course, there was a coin there. The coins are the worst part of this phase because they're annoying to dodge. But then she gets sucked up, and surprise, surprise, she cooks herself on accident. So... You just are shooting her while dodging beans, while avoiding steak, while moving. It's a crazy fight. I hope you can see why I like this fight. I hope you can see why I think, wow, this is a cool fight, because it's fun. That's why. I really like this phase in general, but the final phase is my favorite. Boy, you better believe this. I have died so many times while trying to record this, just on this one phase. It's the hardest phase in this fight by far, but it's definitely the most fun. If you go over here, boom, bomb, now she is down to low HP, hopefully. I'm still at 2 HP, and then you can beat it. And then... Okay, so I also couldn't find the outro for this video, so you guys are going to be watching stars while listening to me talk. Thank you so much for all the support on the past videos and stuff. What else do I say? Hope you liked the video. Yeah. Okay. That was awkward. Anyways, this clip is about to end and this recording is about to end too, so bye, see you in the next